Hey, 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 welcome back to another episode of Learn Real Life English, the podcast that helps you speak English naturally, confidently, and without all the boring textbook stuff. I'm Mike.
And I'm Jane. And wow, Mike, we have a really good one today.
Oh, we do. This is one of those topics that, honestly, even intermediate and advanced learners mess up all the time.
All the time. I see it in comments, I see it in emails, I hear it in conversations. And the topic is
Drumroll, please.
for versus since.
Yes, two tiny little words, but they cause so much confusion.
And here's the thing, the difference is actually really simple once someone explains it the right way. So that's exactly what we're going to do today.
By the end of this episode, you will never confuse for and since again. That's our promise.
That's a big promise, Mike.
I'm confident. Let's do this.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. Mike, give us the simple explanation. What's the difference between for and since?
All right, here it is in the simplest way possible. For is used with a duration, a length of time. Since is used with a starting point, a specific moment when something began.
That's it. That's literally the core difference.
That's it. Let me give a quick example. I can say, I have lived in New York for 5 years. That's a duration. 5 years. It's a length of time.
And with since, you'd say, I have lived in New York since 2019, because 2019 is the specific point in time when you started living there.
Exactly. Same meaning, same situation, but different words because one is a duration and the other is a starting point.
So let me ask you a question, Mike. Think of it this way. For answers the question, how long, right?
Yes. How long have you lived here? For 5 years.
And since answers the question, from when, or starting when.
When did you start living here? Since 2019. Boom. Simple.
I love that. So listeners, remember this. For equals how long, since equals from when.
Write that down. Screenshot it. Tattoo it on your arm. Whatever you need to do.
Maybe not the tattoo, but definitely write it down.
Okay, let's go deeper. Let's talk about what kinds of words and expressions come after each one. Jane, let's start with for.
Sure. So after for, you'll always see a period of time, something that tells you how long. Think of numbers, quantities, amounts of time.
Give us some examples.
Absolutely. Here we go. For 5 minutes, for 2 hours, for 3 days, for a week, for 6 months, for 10 years, for a long time, for ages, for a while, for centuries.
See the pattern? Every single one of those is a length of time. You could put a number in front of most of them, or they describe a stretch of time.
Exactly. And here they are in full sentences. I studied for 2 hours last night. She's been waiting for 30 minutes. We haven't seen each other for ages. He worked at that company for 15 years.
Beautiful. And notice something important. For can actually be used with almost any tense. Past simple, present perfect, future, it's very flexible.
That's a great point. Let me show that. Past simple. I lived in London for 3 years, meaning I don't live there anymore. Present perfect. I have lived in London for 3 years, meaning I still live there now. Future. I will stay here for 2 weeks.
See? For works with all of them. Keep that in mind because since is a little different, and we'll get to that in a moment. All right, now let's talk about since. Jane, what comes after since?
After since, you'll always see a specific point in time, a moment when something started, not a duration, a point.
Examples?
Here we go. Since Monday, since January, since 2015, since last summer, since yesterday, since 8 o'clock, since Christmas, since breakfast, since the morning, since my birthday.
Great. And notice every one of those is a point on a timeline. You could point to it on a calendar or a clock.
Exactly. And in full sentences, I've been awake since 6 a.m. She's worked here since March. We've been friends since high school. He hasn't called me since last Friday.
Now, Jane, here's something really cool that a lot of textbooks don't teach. You can also use since with a clause, a full phrase with a subject and a verb.
Oh, great point. Like, I've loved music since I was a little girl. He's been different since he got married. We've been careful since the accident happened.
So since can be followed by a point in time or a clause that describes when something started. That's really useful for more complex sentences.
And here's the important grammar note. Since is mostly used with perfect tenses, present perfect or past perfect. You'll almost always see have, has, or had in the sentence.
Right. You wouldn't normally say, I live here since 2020. That's a very common mistake.
It should be, I have lived here since 2020.
We'll talk more about common mistakes later, but that's a big one. Keep it in mind. Okay, this is my favorite part. Let's put them side by side so our listeners can really feel the difference. Jane, let's do this as a back and forth. I'll say the for version, you say the since version.
Love it. Let's go.
I've been studying English for 3 years.
I've been studying English since 2021.
I haven't eaten anything for 8 hours.
I haven't eaten anything since breakfast.
She's been sleeping for 2 hours.
She's been sleeping since 3 o'clock.
They've been married for a decade.
They've been married since 2014.
We've known each other for a long time.
We've known each other since childhood.
See how it works? Same situation, same meaning, but the word you choose depends on whether you're expressing a duration or a starting point.
It's like looking at time from two different angles. For measures the distance. Since marks the beginning.
Oh, I like that. That's a great way to put it.
Maybe not the tattoo, but definitely write it down. Okay, now let's get into the part that everyone needs to hear. The common mistakes, because trust me, we see these every single day.
Every single day. All right, mistake number 1. Jane?
Mistake number 1, using since with a duration. I have lived here for 5 years. This is probably the most common mistake. 5 years is a duration, not a point in time. So it should be, I have lived here for 5 years.
I think this mistake comes from other languages. In French, Spanish, and many other languages, the structure is different, but in English, durations always go with for.
Exactly. Okay, mistake number 2.
Mistake number 2 is using for with a specific point in time. I've been here for Monday. That doesn't make sense because Monday's not a duration. It should be, I've been here since Monday.
Right, you can't measure Monday. Monday is a point. You've been here from Monday until now.
Mistake number 3. This one is really important.
Mistake number 3, using the present simple with since. I know him since 2010. I live here since January. She works here since March.
These are all wrong because since needs a perfect tense. The action started in the past and continues to the present, so you need have or has.
The correct versions are, I have known him since 2010. I have lived here since January. She has worked here since March.
This is huge. If you learn nothing else from this episode, please remember this. Since plus present perfect, not since plus present simple.
Okay, one more common mistake?
Mistake number 4, confusing ago with since and for. Some learners say, I have started this job since 3 years ago.
Oh yeah, this is a mix-up. Ago goes with the past simple, not with since. I started this job 3 years ago, past simple. I have worked here for 3 years, present perfect. I have worked here since 2021, present perfect.
3 different ways to express the same idea, but you have to use the right combinations. Don't mix them up. All right, quiz time. Listeners, this is for you. We're going to give you a sentence with a blank, and you have to decide for or since. Say it out loud. Pause if you need to. Ready?
Let's do this. Here's question 1. I've been waiting, blank, 45 minutes.
The answer is for. 45 minutes is a duration.
Question 2. She's been sick, blank, last Wednesday.
Since. Last Wednesday is a specific point in time.
Question 3. We haven't talked, blank, ages.
For. Ages is a length of time, a duration.
Question 4. He's worked at Google, blank, he graduated from college.
Since. He graduated from college is a clause describing when it started.
Question 5. They've been living in Canada, blank, about 6 months.
For. 6 months is a duration.
Question 6. I've loved chocolate, blank, I was a kid.
Since. I was a kid is a point in time, when it started.
Last one, question 7. My parents have been married, blank, 30 years.
For. 30 years, that's a duration.
How did you do, listeners? If you got all 7 right, you are a for and since master.
And if you missed a couple, don't worry. Rewind, listen again. That's the beauty of podcasts. Okay, before we wrap up, let's do something fun. Let's have a natural conversation, like 2 real people talking, and use for and since as much as we can. This will help our listeners hear these words in a natural context.
Love it. Okay, here we go. Imagine we're 2 old friends meeting at a coffee shop. Oh my gosh, Mike, is that you? I haven't seen you for ages.
Oh, Jane, wow, it's been since Sarah's wedding, right?
Yes, that was like 3 years ago. So what have you been up to? Are you still working at that tech company?
No, actually, I left that job. I worked there for about 4 years, but I've been freelancing since last September.
Oh, that's exciting. Do you like it?
I love it. I've been doing it for almost a year now, and honestly, I've been happier since I made the change. What about you? Are you still in Boston?
No, I actually moved to Austin. I've been living there since January.
Austin, wow. So you've been there for what, 5, 6 months?
Yeah, about 6 months. I've been working at a new school since the spring semester started. I've been teaching for over 10 years now. Can you believe it?
10 years, that's amazing. Time flies. We should definitely not wait another 3 years to meet up again.
Agreed. I've missed you since the last time we hung out.
Same here. And scene.
And scene. That was fun. So, listeners, did you catch all the for and since in that conversation?
If you want, go back and listen to that part again. Try to identify each one and ask yourself, is it a duration or a starting point?
That's a great exercise.
All right, let's wrap things up with some final tips and memory tricks.
Okay, tip number 1. Here's my favorite trick. For has the word for in it, like the number 4. Numbers, duration, for.
Oh, that's clever. I like that. Okay, here's another one. Since starts with S, just like start. Since equals starting point.
Oh, that's good too.
Tip number 2, when in doubt, ask yourself the question. Am I answering how long? Use for. Am I answering from when or starting when? Use since.
Tip number 3, practice converting sentences. Take any for sentence and try to say it with since and vice versa. This builds flexibility. For example, I've played guitar for 12 years, to I've played guitar since I was 15. We've been here since noon, to we've been here for 3 hours.
That's an excellent exercise. And our last tip, pay attention to songs, movies, and TV shows. You'll hear for and since all the time in real English. Start noticing them and it'll become automatic.
Yes, real exposure is the best teacher. And of course, listening to this podcast.
Okay, let's do a super quick recap of everything we covered today.
Here we go, the ultimate summary. For equals duration, a length of time. For 5 minutes, for 3 years, for a long time. Answers, how long. Works with many tenses. Since equals starting point, a specific moment. Since Monday, since 2020, since I was a child. Answers, from when. Usually with perfect tenses. Don't say, since 5 years. Say, for 5 years. And don't say, I know him since 2010. Say, I have known him since 2010.
And that's it. Simple, right?
Told you it wasn't that hard.
All right, everyone, that is a wrap on today's episode of Learn Real Life English.
If this episode helped you, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new episode.
And leave us a comment. Tell us, write one sentence using for and one sentence using since. We'll read them and correct them if needed.
We love reading your comments. Seriously, they make our day.
Also, if you have a friend who's learning English, share this episode with them. Help them out. Sharing is caring.
And if there's a topic you want us to cover in a future episode, drop it in the comments below. We're always looking for ideas from you, our amazing community.
All right, that's it from us. I'm Mike.
And I'm Jane.
And we'll see you in the next episode of Learn Real Life English.
Keep practicing, keep speaking, and keep being awesome. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.